Hey, what is up bitches? I'm going to tell you my thoughts on this year's E3. So let's first start with Microsoft, whose conference I will give a 10 out of 10. They opened with a highly original game, Modern Warfare 3. I came over this originality. It looked so much better and different than previous Call of Duty games, so credit where credit is due. I jacked off while watching the entire demo. Then came Tomb Raider. Oh yes, this shit beats Uncharted on so many levels it's not even funny, especially the graphics. A reboot was necessary, I will admit, but this new game is gonna pawn. Then we got to Mass Effect 3 with voice controls. I was simply blown away. Nothing like this has ever been done before. After that, a bunch of EA games and Ubisoft games were shown to have Kinect support. All awesome news. Despite the fact that all these games are multiplats, you have to hand it to Microsoft for wasting time on them, considering they don't have many studios and the ones they do own, all want out. So well done MS. But now on to more interesting games. Kinect Sports 2 and Dance Central 2, these games look the shit, and so different from the originals that haven't been out a year. Both day one purchases for me so I can get my weight down. Rock on Kinect. Then we got Disneyland Kinect. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, go watch it now. The graphics make The Witcher 2 look like my shit. And when you enter a ride, you are greeted with a cool on-rails mini-game that's pretty much like 90% of the Kinect library. Awesome sauce. Perfect for people like me who can't afford to go to the real thing. But the best game shown for Kinect, that left me absolutely speechless, was Sesame Street. I'm not even going to say what I think about this. Day one buy for sure. Halo Anniversary was a huge surprise for me. I gotta hand it to MS for not letting this leak out all over the internet months before the conference. Awesome work guys. And the end of the conference where they showed Halo 4? Amazing. It'll be totally different from previous games in the series, and 343 industries will shit on Bungie Halo games. So overall, I give Microsoft a 10 out of 10 perfect conference. Lots of high-quality original exclusives announced and they totally delivered. Okay, so now we move on to Nintendo, and while not as good as MS, they still made me come too. First off, they showed some brand new IPs for 3DS including Mario, Mario Kart and Star Fox 64. Many people say the 3DS is full of remakes and ports, but the same people complained about the DS having too much shovelware shit. These people need to shut the hell up and make up their mind on what they want. Nintendo is bringing originality to the table and people still bitch. Screw them. Anyway, so yeah, then they announced their new console. Well, not really the console but the controller. It looks very cool. And they showed some Zelda footage too. See? More originality. Haters gonna hate, though. Then they announced a bunch of HD-only games coming to Wii U a full year after the PS360 release, which is kinda fail in my opinion, but oh well, I'll still make love to the Wii U when I probably get a day one for $400 or whatever they charge, because they always like to overprice their products, or I might give the guy GameStop a quick E in the back for a discount. Anyway, all in all, that was about it for their conference, and Reggie talking out of his ass about innovation rather than announcing more shit, but I'm happy. I give Nintendo, while not as good as MS, an 8 out of 10. Yet another awesome show. And now, leaving the shittest to last, Sony. They showed Uncharted 3 with unimpressive visuals that got totally raped by the Tomb Raider demo at Microsoft. What were Naughty Dog thinking? But whatever. Then they showed Resistance 3, again unimpressed. They announced a 3D TV with Resistance 3 for $500, which is too much for me. I'm not a billionaire, Sony. I only work at Burger King for fuck's sake. So I'll have to give it a miss. And the split-screen 3D effect is totally unoriginal and unimpressive. I'd rather split the screen 4-way with my gay friend and maybe invite some of those 14-year-olds off YouTube over. SHHHHHHHH. Then they showed Starhawk, which to be honest I couldn't care less about unless it has Halo or Gears of War in the name. You know, the unmilked original titles Microsoft and Epic Games bring to the table that scream AAA quality? They then announced Sly Cooper, for which I thought was okay, but in all honesty I would get it day one if it were on Xbox or Wii, but probably $10 used for PS3. Sony moved on to some new features coming to Little Big Planet 2. I made a level once, it got removed and I was banned for some reason. I guess Sony don't like me uploading pictures of my penis into levels and uploaded them. Oh well, their loss. They then announced BioShock Infinite would be compatible with PlayStation Move, which, let's be honest, is a Wii remote. It's not like the highly original Kinect that has never been done before. And what is this iToy people speak of from 2002? Stop lying to me, people. BioShock was awesome when it was 360 exclusive, but when they put it on PS3 and gave it exclusive content, I was pissed and didn't buy BioShock 2. Up yours 2K. Then they announced PlayStation Vita, which was cool and has some good games. Uncharted looks better than Gears 3. Just kidding. Unreal Engine 3 and steroids forever, bitches. But yeah, they announced it for $250 too, but I was hoping to pay $50 top, so looks like I won't be getting one. If it was MS or Nintendo I'd buy one day one though. So overall Sony's conference sucked dick with no new exclusives or coolness. A 0.2 out of 10 I'd say, a couple of devices which I'm too much of a fanboy to own. So yeah, this was my E3 overview. Hope you enjoyed it and will definitely agree with totally unbiased. Happy gaming, fools!